Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is a general reading for all of the signs for February 2019. For the reading, I will be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck. If I need to clarify anything, I will use the Zillich Tarot. And I also pull additional oracle cards from the Sacred Traveler deck and the Soulful Woman deck. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, all of the information can be found in the description box below this video. And I would just like to give a big thank you to everybody who have, all of the people who have been subscribing, sending, leaving the comments, sending me emails, ordering the private readings. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. All right, so I will stop for now, and we'll see you in 1 second for your reading. Hi, Aquarius. Hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your reading. As you can see, I've shuffled off camera and laid the spread to save a bit of time. So you have, at the center of your reading, the 10 of Wands, and it's being crossed by the 6 of Swords. And it's interesting because this month, all of the readings I've done so far, there have been a lot of repeating cards. There have been a lot of very similar messages. So again, I would encourage you to watch not just your sun sign, but also your moon and rising, because there seem to be very similar messages coming through for a lot of the signs. But, with the 10 of Wands and the 6 of Swords at the center of the reading, and there are other, we'll get to them, but other cards in the spread that also speak of this, ending, walking away. That's what is at the center of the reading for you, is the ending. We have the 10 of Wands. 10s in the Tarot, they generally speak of cycles coming to an end, right? So with the minor arcanas, they begin with the ace, right? The ace of, in this case, the ace of Wands, and then go through until reaching, completing that particular cycle. And you can see that the man on the card and the horse, they look very tired. They look very weary. Maybe when he was carrying just one of these wands, it wasn't that burdensome, but, he's tired now. And it's like it's been this uphill slog, an uphill battle for him. And he's just ready to, kind of take all of that baggage off and put it down and walk away, which is what is really coming in to help you. The 6 of Swords is the, what could help or hinder. It is one of the 2 transition cards in the Tarot, right? The 8 of Cups, 6 of Swords. They both speak of transitioning out of one situation or out of one thing into another. And in the traditional Tarot, the 6 of Swords, it has a woman in a rowboat, and she's being rowed away, leaving behind choppy waters, sailing into calmer waters. So there could be, actually moving, so physically moving, traveling across water to a distant land, a distant place. That could be something to do with, moving to somewhere by water or crossing water. In this deck, it shows it a little bit differently, right? The woman, it's like she's had enough here, right? She's dropped all the swords and she's now moving on. So there is, again, this moving on. You've had enough. You're nearly out of this cycle and you're ready for something new to begin. At the foundation in the deep past, you have the 3 of Wands. And 3s in the Tarot, they speak of, expansion, right? Think of the 3 of the major arcana, the Empress. It's very expansive. It's very fertile energy. And, this 3 of Wands, this is actually, it's also a card that I tend to associate with travel and overseas, because usually it pictures a man and he's, on a cliff, kind of looking out to sea, waiting for his ships to come in. So there could, again, be this traveling by sea, or something to do with overseas, waiting to hear back from something, an opportunity, something coming from overseas. But the Three of Wands in particular is a card of endless possibilities, endless opportunities. It's, after you've made the decision, think of what comes immediately before this, the Two of Wands. That's the crossroads card. That's being at a crossroads, making a decision, about which path you're going to go down, making a decision about where you want to invest your time, your energy, right? And now it's like you've put in all of the hard work and you're waiting to see, okay, and now what? What type of return on investment is actually going to come in? It's kind of it is a waiting type of energy, and you do have other waiting energies, but at the same time, there's movement in your spread. So there seems to be, for some of you, you could be waiting to hear about this move, waiting for a job offer to come in, waiting for something to kind of click for you to have this, okay, now I can move on. Now I can, now I can put down all of this baggage and just move on with what I want to do. In the recent past, you have the Knight of Cups. Now, obviously the time is quite fluid, especially with these general readings. For some of you, you might have already experienced this energy. For others, it might still be coming in. If we look at this as more of sort of a monthly spread, this could be more towards the, the beginning of the month, end of January, start of February. And then as we get towards, this row here, we're looking more towards the last part of the month. But Knight of Cups could be an individual. If so, this is typically, more of a middle-aged water sign individual, male or female, but Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And, this person, if it is a person, is oftentimes referred to as, the knight in shining armor. It's knights go off on quests, knights bring back news, bring back offers. And this particular knight is bringing back the Holy Grail. There's this beautiful chalice of love, possibly. So for some of you, there could be this, move or this, wanting to begin this next phase. It could be related to a relationship. This Knight of Cups individual could be, the person that you have been waiting to hear from. This could be this person could even be at a distance than from where you are. This could be somebody even from a different place, a different country. And if it isn't a person, right, if this is more of an energy, and I tend to view the pages, the knights, more as energies, right? Bringing in this news or this offer. This could be an offer, if it's not romantic in nature, it could be an offer that brings you great happiness. So this could be a new job opportunity, or just moving to a new location, and it makes you very happy. It's something that you feel very good about. The Suit of Cups is water energy, and it has to do with our feelings, our emotions, relationships. So this could be something that, is really in line with kind of what, deep down, what you really want. So it's good. It's a good offer coming in. It's a good news coming in. Crowning your reading, you have the Two of Swords. And, again, twos in the tarot, they generally speak of, one thing or the other. So choices, decisions to be made, right? And you can see that the woman is standing with this very, in this very defensive position. She has the swords across her chest. She's blindfolded. And so there's a decision to be made, but for whatever reason, you feel stuck, right? Sometimes this is called the stalemate card. It's being unwilling, unable to make a decision about which way to go. Now, this doesn't have to be, it's not like it has to be your fault that you're not doing it. There could be just some piece of information that, you haven't received it yet. You feel as though you can't move forward until you receive that, which is what I'm saying. It's like you're waiting for kind of that thing to sort of click, and then it's like, all right, now we can, begin with this next phase. So you might be needing to make a decision about, should I stay in this place? Should I move? Should I take this job? Should I stay put? It's this I'm not sure if I should do this or the other. But for some reason, you feel as though, you're unable, or you could possibly be unwilling even, to see things for what they are, to see the truth in a situation, which has left you at this standstill, right? Not kind of knowing which way to go. But you have coming in some pretty powerful cards. In the near future, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Aces in the Tarot are new offerings, right? They're new beginnings. They're blessings. It's the universe extending this wonderful new opportunity. And with it being the suit of Pentacles, it's very tangible, right? This is practical. This has staying power. This has, it can grow. There's a lot of potential with this. Aces are also yes cards. So again, if there's something you've been waiting for an answer about, the Ace of Pentacles comes in to say yes. Whatever the answer, or the question you had, the answer is yes. So new beginnings, new job offers, a new way to make money, new revenue, right? New way to bring money in. Can also be, new home. So home offers, home move. Sometimes with the Ace of Pentacles, it can be when like money comes in sort of unexpectedly, this windfall. It doesn't have to be a huge sum of money. It could be, but it could just be, you get a pay raise. Maybe you filed your taxes and there's money coming back. There's that type of, there could be, or it could be a very, solid job offer even. Now, going up this row, you appear as the World, Major Arcana number 21. What's going on in your environment or how others view you, energy surrounding you. You have Major Arcana number 3, Death. And I'll show you these two, sort of 2 and 2. So, two significant cards that both have to do with major endings, right, and new beginnings, brand new cycles. The World is the last of the major arcanas. And you can see the woman, she's meditating. There are all these beautiful butterflies around her, symbolizing this change, metamorphosis, growth, regeneration. Same thing with the Death card. We have the butterflies here. And death, what death brings in is the chance for new life, right? It's this necessary ending that is going on around you, this necessary ending that is going to allow for a brand new beginning. After the World, it goes back to the 0 card. It goes back to the Fool, brand new beginning. So, significant energy surrounding you where it's time for whether this is a job, a place where you've been living, just the situation, relationships, however it plays out in your life, it's like it's run its course now. You've been there for as long as you sort of want to be there or need to be there, and it's time to move on. There's definitely, and again, the World card can be travel, international travel, moving to a different country. So there are a lot of cards in the reading that suggest, not just endings and beginnings, but also possibly this, a big move, like a significant move. Now, hopes and fears, you have the Hangman. This is Major Arcana number 12. And the outbound energy for the month, you have the Page of Wands. And the overall energy, and this has come out in a number of spreads. This has come out as the, the overall energy for other signs as well. The 8 of Wands. So, you're hoping, or possibly, well, let's look at hoping. You're hoping for this clarity, right? You're hoping to gain this new perspective, this understanding that you can, only get by surrendering, by giving in to what's going on right now. So if there is, a slight delay, if there is, as you work through this 2 of Swords energy, just know that it's, it is temporary and it is divinely guided. So there might be, sort of divine orchestration at play, divine timing. Things don't always happen on our timeline, right? There are a lot of kind of behind the scenes things that the universe is putting into play. So the Hangman can speak of this delay, this sort of timeout, but it's a necessary one. And just look at, the man on the card. He could get himself out of that position, right? He could wriggle out of the rope here or this ribbon that's tying him up. He could get out of it, but he's closed his eyes. He's surrendering to this, this necessary state, and he's gaining clarity of mind. So, if there's a delay, it's, you don't need to worry. It is only temporary, and there are other things, kind of happening behind the scenes. You leave the month with this Page of Wands, which is a card of news, and then we have the Eight of Wands, which is news. It can be news, it can be travel, it can be definitely changes in the air. So, the Page of Wands can be a person. If so, it would typically be a younger fire sign individual. It's a more immature energy, right? It's a younger energy. So Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. But I usually view pages and knights more as energies. So, pages bring in news. They're messengers. So this could be news coming in. It might not happen until the end of the month, but it is coming. And there's this, and the Page of Wands is this sort of very creative energy, right? There's a lot of creativity, a lot of thinking outside of the box type of energy. So you might have to maybe take a, sort of an unexpected or this, outside of the box approach to maybe this move or whatever this news is. You might need to think outside of the box. But there is change coming in. The Eight of Wands is the overall energy. This is fast-paced, energy, fast-paced news, back and forth, messaging, texting, emailing. If this is a job, this is you going back and forth. They're interested in you. They're setting up the interview. You're waiting to hear back from them. It can also be travel by air. This is changes in the air, right? This can be, there's a lot of movement. And, that's why I said that seems like there's this kind of slowish, you're waiting, there's this stalemate. But then it's like once things, boom, happen, everything just kind of takes off for you here. Now, the two oracle cards that came out, you have overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. That's true. And from the Soulful Woman deck, you have in the flow. When I'm in the flow, magic happens. So let's take a look at the full meaning for each card. Hold on, let me just find the guidebook here. So overcoming obstacles says, can't find it. Here we go. Says there may be a blockage in your life or one ahead. However, you absolutely have all the inner resources you need, not just to overcome the difficulty, but also to thrive as a result. No matter what the obstacle is, you are amassing your inner strength to step beyond it. If there is a dream that you desire that has eluded you, know that you have all the inner skills to move beyond any blockages preventing you from achieving this goal. Use any obstacle as a stepping stone to great achievements and success in your life. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know. When the traveler encounters an obstacle on the path, the traveler understands that there are many ways to go beyond it. All you need is within you now. All the assets that you require to overcome this challenge are available to you. If you are blocked on one path, find another. This is a powerful time of developing your inner strength and fortitude. When you look back, you'll find that many inner gifts developed during this time. And that's definitely, with this Ten of Wands, this is the, I just want to make it to the top of the hill. I just wish that this new beginning would start. I'm tired of this, and I've gone up against so many different things. So, there might be this, what's kind of keeping you in this Two of Swords. There might be some things you're still dealing with as you come into the month, but know that you will overcome them, right? That's the messages of the spread, but also of the guidance card here. Now, the Soulful Woman deck we have, this is card number 29, and this one says, when I'm in the flow, doors open and lights change to green before me. When I'm in the flow, I relax and am guided in ways I hadn't thought of. Each step, each person, each connection is revealed to me. When I'm in the flow, a cosmic yes mirrors the yes from within my heart, and magic happens. But if I find myself pushing for what I want, if I find I am dissatisfied or frustrated, I may be out of flow. To rediscover my inner flow, I stop and notice any resistance I'm experiencing. Outer resistance may be universal feedback telling me no or not now. Or inner resistance may be my own deeper knowing that no, this isn't right. Then an opening can occur, a small crack in my thinking that reveals something new, and I get back in the flow, trusting that the flow is taking me where I need to go. Well, I think these two cards are tying perfectly with your reading, right? Understanding that there's divine timing at play, but that things are happening. And when they do, it's like it's going to be this flow, this, in this case, it's a stampede, right, of change coming in. But it looks like a very exciting month for your Aquarius. So I do hope that the messages have helped. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful February. Bye for now.